Hello everyone, I am Komal Mehta, teaching as an assistant professor in CSC department at St. Andrew Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today, in the series of web development course, we will here focus on the basic concerns of the web designing course. So to design a website, we must aware about the things that the history, how to access the importance of critical issues that web designing occurs. That was already discussed in my previous video. So you can go through from that video and check about the web issues in designing phase. So here the focus is basic steps to focus to create a web designing and how to link that. So there are multiple platforms to use a website. Basic purpose of a web designing is to communicate between the user and the content. The content we actually want to show in our website is done with the help of web designing. So it is essential to design the purpose of the website as the first step of a planning process is this one. So, a purpose statement should show focus based on what the website will accomplish and what the user will get from it. Actually, what is the basic requirement of us and what we actually get from this is done with the help of purpose statement. So, we have to define clearly a purpose that will help to rest of the planning process as we know about the audience actually searching for or looking for what and what the content of a site is developed will be focused here. We have to set short term and a long term goal for a website. With the help of that, the purpose will be clear and we have to plan for future expansion or modification whenever there is required. If there is any improvement required, so we will done with the help of short term and long term goal. So this is the basic term we have to require. Measurable objective should be identified for the successiveness or we can say the progress of a site, so that the web designing is a primarily first step to create a website. The website is a collection of e-documents, multiple applications which when shaped up according to the design stay at a web server to provide the content and interface to the end user. That means we can say once we have to communicate with the help of web server, this will done with the help of web browser that creates a website. At that end, we have to request our data. That means client will request at a browser side and browser will reflect that on a website on a web server, so that the revert again at a web browser and web browser will revert at to the end user or we can say the client. So this is requested through the internet browser we can say, and that internet browser is called as an interface between the end user and the server. So in simple words we can say web designing is basically nothing else, it's a blueprint to create a web pages or a website for that matter. Here web pages is a collection of the web documents or we can say hypertext data. To create an attractive designing, a web visitor must aware about actually going on in the market, so that to influence on the buying decision of a web visitor, because website has to fail to address the target audience, because our main purpose is to target the audience what they actually want with the help of that designing, and what we are doing is appropriate manner or a not according to the end users. So before a website designer decide to start a work on a particular website, they need to analyze about the potential target audience are and to whom they are trying to communicate through this website. Because according to the audience, we have to manage our data, we have to plan our data, and what we actually want to display them will be focused according to the audience. If they are aged one, then we have to select the particular amount of data according to their taste, and if they are child, then according to child taste. So this is very according to the audience we are targeting here. So we will say about what do you mean by audience here. It is basically a group of people who are expected to visit our website. That means the target to the market here. For example, if I'm purchasing something about something, for example blazer for me, so I'll choose according to the my age, not my mother age, not my brother age. So we have to select according to the audience we are purchasing or we are targeting for. These peoples will be viewing the website for specific reason, and we can say it is important to know about exactly what they are looking for when they visit the website. If we know about that, then we will target our audience, else this is difficult task for end user to create a website according to the audience. Everything about your site should be designed to bring those people to your site and to keep them coming back. Probably we can say the most important decision about our site will decide what people actually want to attract. That attracted one audience is called as a target audience, we can say. We have to concern with the range of ages represented in our visitors, the education, the experience of the audience, and their knowledge, their opinions in the main theme. We have to focus all these things. Once the visitor will come, we have to take the feedback so that we can improve our website. So there are some categories to the visitor in our site. What are these one? Firstly, age, next, sex, religious aspect, ethnic wear, it means ethnic background, we can say economic situation, computer and modem equipment they will have, geographical location, what are their interests, what are their hobbies, their needs, and reason to come to the website. So all these are the parameters we have to focus according to the audience. Once we have focused on these parameters, then we can easily task easily target our audience with the help of planning according to their requirements or their needs. Next thing is sketching on a paper through designing in a Photoshop. This is the best way to improve our website. How so? Sketching is one of the main way human have to adapt to express and to expand an idea, because a sketch is a more bringing an idea to the three-dimensional view rather than imagining in the head, which cause our idea to evolve over a time as we forget certain elements of our ideas and replace them with the things we thought were a part of idea. We can say, for example, if I am thinking about anything and there are so many ideas come in my mind, but all these I can't remember after a long time. After 1 week, if I am thinking about again same topic, then it's not possible to think all the ideas that I was remembered in the previous scenario. So it's good way to write out anywhere that particular ideas, and when you are doing the task, then you will bring that particular idea, because if we are not sketching anywhere, then there are some ideas that were replaced with a limited part, not the complete one, or some ideas will be forgettable also. So sketching helps us to change our idea or to remember our idea to make them more reasonable when they become a reality, right? So we can say to great designing ideas, we should always sketch out the better formulated and somewhat finalized before board to the digital world, because it helps in improving the task, or this help us to develop us a great design idea which actually help us to provide a better result or a product than that of not sketching the ideas. So there are some further points we have to focus. It will eliminate time wasted. One obvious factor or benefit of a sketching is that to eliminate the time, you should aware about that greatest idea. How so? Look, sketching enables you to plan before actually starting a design. First thing is that it will done beforely, and it allow us to get a better overlook on how it will turn out, or we can say if you do not like how the design idea is turning out on the paper, or the idea may not be reachable or a feasible. So we can say we have not to spend that much time actually bringing it in the life of a Photoshop. but rather than half hours through the paper for the achievement of the purpose. So with the help of paper, we have write out our ideas, what we actually want to do. It helps in expanding our ideas. Once we are writing anything, then we will think again and again, and then again write out. So it will expand our ideas, not on the limited range, it will improve that one. Whenever we imagine, we can say, whenever we imagine ideas, they are usually a skeleton of what the end result can be. So however, when we take an idea directly to the Photoshop, we don't quit, right? Because brainstorming will be not done here. But if we think about the writing out, that we will think at different level, so that how you will visualize it allow you to expand your ideas for the designing. Therefore it will definitely worth for the time and efforts to sketch our ideas. Next is help with the group feedback. So with the help of group feedback, we have spent hour or a day or a week bringing an idea to life in a Photoshop. We generally not open major feedback that will accept the overall work, efforts, and the time we have to put into it to bring it to the life already, right? So however, when we sketch our ideas on a paper or on whiteboard, we group can our group can communicate and provide feedback, allow us to bring changes to the sketch in a second, and help make our designing excellent piece of work at the end. Because there are so many person, and there are each one have a their own point of view. So whenever any point of view will be seems more appropriate, then the minute of or a second will take, and the changes will be done in a blueprint with the help of sketching. It also increase creativity, we can say. A sketch on a paper act like our design prototype for our ideas, right? So to allow us to quickly expand it by using our creativity before actually bringing it into the Photoshop. This also helps to save our time for manipulating how the data will be represented. So one more thing about this is designing the evolution. It is the greatest thing of sketching to designing our ideas, as this is not only just a personal satisfaction, it actually help us to improve or to tend to the design them specifically for the content we need for the website at a current point in a time. However, our sketch often contain different content container before we sketch them out. So we can say it also helps in evolution of the designing. So next phase is the content of a designing. How can we choose our content of a designing? Content evolution or evaluation requires that the purpose of a website will be clearly defined. Once it is clearly defined, it will done easily because we know about the target audience here. So to collect a list of necessary content, then the organizing it according to the audience is need to keep a step in a website planning, we can say. That means in a process of gathering the content, we have to focus on the audience, what is the target audience, and what they actually want, and what they not want will be removed from the website. The next step is to organize the basic information structure, or by categorizing them the content and organizing it according to the need. Each category should be named with explanation and with descriptive titles so that they have a link of that website. So now what do you mean by linking? To link a website, we need a hyperlink or a hypertext. With a hyperlink is called as a hyperlink. Sorry, link with the text, that is hypertext. So hyperlink points to the whole document or a specific element within the document. Hypertext is a text with a hyperlink. As I said, it is commonly viewed with a computer when user can activate and follow the link when its anchor tag is shown. In HTML, we will use anchor tag to create a hyperlink so that we can directly move to that particular web page. So it can be possible that the content is image, the content is text or any graphics. So it is possible. It is done with the help of anchor tag. By touching or clicking on the anchor tag with the pointing device, then the link will created and link will activated, or we can say event will be created. So there are some types of linking. First one is internal linking. Now, and second is external linking. So what is internal linking here? Whenever there is every single page have a link of all other pages. For example, the home page that contain all the web pages link in our page. So then only if only one page remains in the index, when the spider comes scrolling to update, all other pages will found again and automatically updated with the help of hyperlinks that will be searched and that will be updated. So that is called the internal link. As the name suggests, internal means embedded within the page. So all these links embedded in the single page, that is home page. But once I am updating the home page, the internal links or the hyperlinks that was created in a home page will automatically update. So that is called the internal linking. Next is reciprocal linking, or we can say external linking. Reciprocal links are the links with other sites which are generally related to the theme of the website. That means the theme is common but the content is different. In such a case, when we link the site webmaster return the favor and link back to the website. So this is the not only the our contribution, it is the contribution of the website that have a similar theme, so they will allow us to use that theme or use that content. Then we can use this particular external linking, because there is other source of communication that is from other website, not on our side. So this is about the linking, and the whole content about the web designing is done from my end. I hope this is clear to all of you. Thank you.